we were on a family holiday to Sikkim, and there is a beautiful hill station known as Pelling. Now, I have this habit of getting up early in the morning, going for walks. So then you take a forest trail, and then after some time, when you go, you will see a tea stall guy with all oldies from the village who love to gossip. There's a lot of mist around because there's mountains, lot of trees, beautiful. There, some oldies were sitting and having chai. So I gave him a 10 rupees extra and I took a cutting. And then I said, चाचा कुछ बताओ यार, क्या है इसके बारे में, about these mountains and कुछ. तो बोला, this is a evil thing, this is the good thing, ये देवी होती है, ये देवता होता है, this kind of things. On that side, I saw the poster of a young innocent face and the word was missing. So it kind of intrigued me because I also have a daughter. So young girl, I said, चाचा ये छोकरी की कहानी क्या है? तो बोला, साहब ऐसा लोग बोलते हैं कि तेंदुआ लेके चला गया. तेंदुआ is the leopard. I said, no way. Leopard has so much natural prey in this forest over here. Why should he go for a human being? And that kind of started thinking, I started thinking. The seed of the story was planted at that time in my mind. There is something that is wrong here. This is not possible. This is absolutely not possible. Then I thought, हमारे कंट्री में इतनी लड़कियां हैं, so many women who never get justice, who die, who are killed. Let's write a book on that. Let's write a book on the fight of a man who is now retired from being a judge. And he is appointed under the Commission of Inquiry Act. And he takes upon the whole city. He takes upon the underworld, the political nexus, the gundas. One man's fight. But he wanted to bring justice to someone who could never pay him back. That is a real justice for somebody who can never repay you back. That is the way I was inspired to write this book.
How does it feel to be on the Amazon bestseller list and your story about one man's fight for justice has become the fight for every daughter's justice?
Absolutely. And I hope it inspires people. I hope it inspires police. I hope it inspires the people who can be in a position to help. We are all in a position to help in some way or the other, but we choose to remain silent. We look the other way. Why? किससे डर है आप? आपके ज़मीर से. That you can never answer your own conscience. So therefore, I hope this book inspires, and I'm grateful to the reviews that I have got, and that it continues to be on the bestseller list, which is a great encouragement for me, so that I can keep on writing further, and I can write my fifth also.
So you've written 3 books before this. How different are they from this book?
So the first one was Love Knows No Boundaries, which was on relationships. आजकल इतने divorces होते हैं, इतने तलाक होते हैं. Why? What started off with candlelight dinners and roses and all sweet words, couple of years it ended up in a mess. Why? Because you're living under the same roof. So that made me write Love Knows No Boundaries, about a relationship which has blossomed over the years, but they are not married. Do you really need to get married to be happy? No. Though I am married, of course, myself, but still, it is a concept for today's generation, because I am seeing so many divorces happening in the court. Why? The children are the biggest casualty in this, not the parents. So that made me write Love Knows No Boundaries. The second book was Curse of Suspicion. Curse of Suspicion was where a lawyer gets his wife killed by a venomous snake. And there is an amazing story, Curse, very well received. Third was Windswept, where the woman annihilates and finishes the whole family of the husband and finally kills the husband also. There, a lot of medical intelligence, a lot of medical data, knowledge was brought, and that helped me. So doing a lot of research makes me write, inspires me. And then came the verdict, which is in front of all of you all. This is my fourth book, and I hope with wishes of everyone, I continue writing further.
So there's one more thing I wanted to ask. You have layers in your book. As you peel, you keep peeling further layers. How difficult is it?
Yes. In fact, the flow, that's what they call the flow. I'm not a professional trained author. I'm a lawyer by profession and I'm proud to be a lawyer. But the flow is very important. How you start your book, how you continue the journey. Suppose your reader reaches 100 pages and says, "अरे यार मैं बोर हो गया, क्या फालतू जैसा वही कहानी." नहीं. Your flow has to be continuous like a river that keeps on flowing. And your reader till the end should realize, yaar ab kya hoga, what will happen now, what will happen next. And that is the USP. And then the reviews which I get, the feedback which I get inspires me more.
When you speak also, you speak as though you're writing. Your book has poetry. You've written books on poetry.
Yes.
And importantly, I found out about the background music that we can actually play when we listen to the book.
Yes, we have a Spotify list. So when my protagonist, retired Judge Karan Negi, sits alone in the evenings, his wife has left him, his daughter doesn't talk to him, akela shakhs hai. Whole day he works. There's a mist coming through his window and he's sipping his drink and then he writes poetry. Very painful, soulful poetry. So the poetry is also written by me in the book, and that has enhanced the pleasure of conveying my idea. Apart from that, we have a Spotify list because he plays soulful ghazals, sad songs. All that has been curated and made into a Spotify list. कि कहीं ना कहीं मेरा रीडर जो है Spotify लिस्ट प्ले करते करते मेरी बुक पढ़ेगा तो शायद ही मैं connect even better. So we have used those tools.
Sir, you have a OTT bestseller in your hands, 4 of them in fact. How does it feel?
It feels great, it feels on top of the world, and it gives me so much encouragement to keep on writing, because apart from my profession, I have to spend many hours in the nights. Many sacrifices I have to do to keep on writing, to do research, and that is the fun of the whole thing. Writing a book is like actually conceiving a child, then delivering the child, and the moment the child is delivered, you want to deliver the next child. So something like that. It's a beautiful experience. Designing the cover, I take part in designing the cover, I take part in designing the back cover, I take part in designing the spine, the way the entire flow of the book moves. It's just a beautiful experience.
Why the Eye of the Leopard?
Yes. The story was, साहब तेंदुआ लेके गया. So the leopard is made the criminal by the local forces, the police, the political gangs, to make it look as if it was a leopard attack. The body of the girl has claw marks, which were all made. So the scene was a made-up scene. That is why the leopard is the focal point. And I use a lot of animals, because animals have a straight way of life. Everybody knows what a leopard will do. He's made for that. Everybody knows what a snake will do, a lion will do. But a human being can be very treacherous. A human being can betray, backstab, can go to any extent. He's very devious, the human being. And therefore, the human being is the book, but the focal point is the leopard's eye. The leopard's eye is very sharp. It's actually the eye of the investigator. Because if you go closely into the eye, you will see a different image in the eye.
Sir, one last question from you. That this is a fight of a father for his daughter. What did your daughter, who herself is a lawyer, think about this when she read it?
She was extremely proud. She patted me and she said, "Dad, keep on writing more."
Is that the best compliment you received?
Best compliment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.